Okay, well, I finally got out to Little Cottonwood Canyon, and then the weather got bad again, and I likely won't go out again before we move down to our next destination, which, spoiler alert, is Joe's Valley. I was really hoping to spend a bit of time in SLC to check out Little Cottonwood, but I guess it just wasn't in the cards. My friend Obi and I got out to one Boulder for one night, and I got to try bully. It was fun to work, but I'm fully focused on Joe's at this point. So we're headed there for the weekend to scope out more projects, and in a week, we'll be living in the town of Orangeville until the heat kicks us out. Despite LCC being a literal washout, I'm honestly really psyched on Joe's. It isn't really my style of climbing, and I fully plan on getting my ass kicked, but there are some amazing boulders here, including what I'm hoping is a candidate for my first V13, and this past weekend begun the siege, hopefully. Back in Joe's, finally going to check out the last great one, which is up the side of this hill. I think the approach looks gnarly. Mike doesn't think so. So we'll see how it goes. We have to hike very far to somewhere up there. Fuck me.
Going up.
Here, point at it.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's like right there-ish. I have no fucking clue. We're gonna find out. No! No! June is Judy.
Yeah, there's cairns on this trail like every 5 feet. So we like to make sure that they're in good repair so that people don't get lost.
All right, so we are out here an early left fork, checked out Lonesome Animals and the last great one. Lonesome Animals looks freaking awesome, except it looks really spanny, so it's not really something I plan on getting on, but it was cool to see. But just like up the hill from that is this climb called the Last Great One, and that would definitely be a pretty big goal for Joe's, honestly. A lot of people on it right now. They're all friends, which is awesome, but I probably won't be doing any filming because of it, because it's kind of awkward. But yeah, here is where we are. That's the cars. A little bit of a Stairmaster to get here, but not too bad. The Last Great One looks fucking sick, so we can go back down to the Nerf wall, which is where all of our stuff is, and just grab shoes and some other stuff, because they got plenty of pads. So I guess I'll warm up on the proj. All right, so here at the Last Great One. A bunch of my friends were here, but they just left to go to Right Fork, but luckily there's a bunch of stash pads, so I didn't even bring one of my pads up here. They're back down the hill, which I hope everybody's still here. Some combination of my friends are still here, not really sure, but I'm solo on this guy. I've tried a couple of the moves, made some like okay links that really are kind of meaningless because the moves aren't too hard, but I'll take you through the boulder. So it starts way down here. My bag's currently in the way, but way down here on that sort of juggy hold, and you have two options. You either shoot out to this sort of shit crimp with a thumb, or you go left all the way to this bar. But that move, like your wrist is like this, and that sort of sucks, especially coming from me who has had wrist injuries in the past. But either way, you get to that, or that. But the next sort of hard move is getting into this with, again, another super tweaky wrist move. And then you want to fall in here and shoot out to this pocket, which might look bad, but it's actually pretty positive. So you hit that, and then you get a knee bar, and then you come into this, and this holds really cool. It's like pretty positive, and it's got a really good, it's like kind of a pinch. And so you square up on the boulder, and you're going to these holds. They're not bad. Ideally, you keep your feet on, which is really hard for me to do. So I've hit that, my feet cut, and then you want to bump to that. And then I've done it from here where you walk your feet over to that tick and get a toe hook, and then slap into this, and then move your left hand up to that. And then you're doing this big dyno to the lip, which I haven't hit yet. So a lot of moves, most of which I haven't done. I mainly focus on the dyno because that's the one I was afraid I wouldn't be able to do. And if I can't do that, I don't know if it's worth putting time into it, but I didn't hit it. I probably tried it like 4 or 5 times. It's honestly really awkward. You can go left or right hand. Right hand feels like you're just gonna go tumbling down this, and it feels super exposed. So I'm trying to go left hand, which just doesn't feel, just clunky. I don't know how to explain it, but so I tried that, and then I tried these middle moves off this pocket, and then to this. So ideally what I would like to do is do this big move, do the bump, and link it to the dyno, and I would consider that a pretty good first session, and then maybe I'll mess around with the beginning move. So we'll see. I'm solo now. I'll probably be at this for another 30 minutes before I give up, so we'll see how it goes.
I got God on my side, gave his life for the guy, I'ma live with the Lord. Satan trying to take what I build and destroy. Still a children on my knees and I'm praying that my feet don't fail me now. I got the groove, I'm on the front line, I got the move, I got some things that I got to prove, knowing that the streets gon' tell me how. I got the watch, I got some folks there, I got the touch, I had the dream, I felt the rush, I see the face, we all the same, I know you're hurt, I feel your pain, I am the one, I'm about to lead, I'm about to sweat, I'm about to bleed, I'm about to give you what you really need, I'm about to give you that you gon' receive, I'm about to turn you down into belief, I'm about to make sure you boogie with me. Jumps the boogie, tiptoe through time, trust the boogie oogie till I free my mind, touch the boogie oogie till I'm feeling alive, I feel it inside, I'm feeling the vibe. Gangsters don't dance, they boogie. We can throw hands, a boogie is ugly. But boogie down for me, put it work on this earth, cause the world don't love me now. We gotta ride. I got the wipes, and my little baby got a snot. They ain't wanna let us in the spot. I ain't had a key, so you know I had to pick the lock. Stage fright, keeping my stomach in a knot. I ain't really never wanna give it all I got, but I gotta give it up. Cause when the going get tough, the tough get going. And I'm Deboing, I'm ODing, I'm ODB, y'all ain't seeing. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, y'all like.
Look at this split. I don't know if it's gonna be in focus, but fucking sucks.
Slapping and slapping. Man in the river, don't let me down. I got the boom, I got the bat. I'm in the trunk, I got the thump, I got the slap. When the GPS fail, I got the map. I know the way, I got the facts. I got the angels watching my back. I got the junkies, they don't relax. They ain't get me on kumbaya. But we really on yippee-ki-yay. It's the miggity.
Alright, well, taking a little bit of a break from the last great one. I figured out a couple things which are important. The first one being for the first move, there are 2 ways to do it. I'm doing it the way that comes out to this first left hand, which is, maybe a little tweaky on the wrist, but I think I just have to learn the move and get comfortable on it. It's slowly come together. My goal today is just to figure out, is this worth coming back to multiple times while we're here? I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't written it off, but I also shouldn't expect to do all the moves in one session. That'd be wild. I got to be okay if I walk in here not doing all the moves. Like for example, the big dyno, I got pads, but I'm not comfortable doing that dyno solo, so I probably won't even try that. The good news is the moves are fun. Aside from the first one being slightly tweaky on the wrist, this is straight up a gym climb, and it's very uncharacteristic of Joe's in that it's very overhung. It's not that 10 to 15 degree crimp line that are most climbs in Joe's. I mean, there's like pagan, water painting, kill by numbers. Like, yes, there are a few, but none of like, I think this grade or this magnitude, because like kill by numbers and water paintings are pretty small boulders. So definitely intrigued, definitely interested in the boulder. Gonna keep working it and try to do some more links, and probably when I get back to the car decide whether or not I want to come back up here.
Touch the boogie oogie till I'm feeling alive. I feel it inside.
Mike, what boulder are we at? Oh, okay. What's it go at?
Like probably V17.
is so hollow. Well, we're finally leaving the dam boulders. A lot of fun today. Psyched to have finally tried the last great one. I will probably come back to it a couple more times. And then we checked out this climb called Pleasant Valley, I think. Mike is psyched on it. Anita is psyched on it. And I would say it's a very, very good boulder. So if you ever find yourself at the dam boulders, definitely check out Pleasant Valley. One of my favorites in Joe's so far. That'll likely sum up our Saturday here in Joe's. I am absolutely trashed from last great one. We might climb later, but it's unlikely. So we'll see what we get into tomorrow.